Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Vilas Khurde. Today I am going to present my RTD case study on Madhi Khurd village. In this presentation, I will talk about the village, its people, roads, water supply, agriculture, education, healthcare, major problems, and some technology based solutions. So let us start. About Madhi Khurd. Madhi Khurd is a small village in Kopargaon Taluka, Ahilyanagar district in Maharashtra. It is mainly an agricultural village. According to the 2011 census, the village had a population of about 1,844 people and around 377 houses. The village covers an area of about 327 hectares. The literacy rate is around 84%. Most people in the village are connected with agriculture and agricultural work. The village has a semi-arid climate. Summers are hot and the rainfall is moderate. Madi Khurd is about 17 kilometers from Kopargaon. Because of this, the people can travel to Kopargaon for markets, banking, education, and healthcare. Now, let us talk about the infrastructure. Now, talking about infrastructure of the village. The village has all-weather roads. Some internal roads are cement roads, while some are still unpaved. LED street lights have been installed, but all areas are not fully covered. For water, the Jal Jeevan mission is in progress. People also depend on wells, borewells, and canals. One major problem is drainage. The village mainly has open drains and there is no proper underground drainage system. Mobile internet is also available through 4G networks and BharatNet is available at the Gram Panchayat office. Electricity is available for around 18 to 20 hours a day for normal use. Agricultural electricity is available only for 8 hours a day. So the village has improved in roads, electricity and internet connectivity, but water supply, drainage and sanitation still need improvement. Now let us talk about the agriculture. Talking about the agriculture, it is the main occupation of the people of Madhipur. The major crops are sugarcane, onion, wheat, soybean, pomegranate, and grapes. Farmers use canals, borewells, and flood irrigation. Tractors and rotavators are also used, but many farmers use them on rent. The soil is mainly black cotton soil. There is one important problem. The village does not have cold storage facility. Drip irrigation is also not used by many farmers and soil testing is not done regularly. Better irrigation, soil testing, storage and market facilities can help farmers increase their income. Farmers mainly face problems such as water shortage, high farming cost and a lack of proper market information. Now, let us talk about employment and education. Talking about employment and education, there are some small businesses in the village such as flour milk, dairy collection center, and local shops. But there are no major industries or MSMEs in the village because agriculture is the main source of employment. Some young people leave the village to find jobs in other places like Pune. For education, the village has a Jilla Parishad school. Students can also go to nearby places for higher education. There are colleges in Kopargaon area, including institutions offering engineering, pharmacy, MBA, and polytechnic courses, like the Sanjeevani Group of Institutes, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon. So, and talking about the digital facilities, they are very limited in the village. So, providing skill training and better digital education can help the young people of the village. Now, let us talk about the healthcare and environment. Okay, now let us talk about healthcare. The village has an Anganwadi, an Asha worker, and an health sub center. For serious cases, people usually go to the rural hospital at Kopargaon, which is about 17 kilometers away from Madi. The 108 ambulance service also helps during emergencies. There are also some problems related to the waste management. There is no proper door to door waste collection, and waste is not properly separated into wet and dry waste. Plastic burning has also been observed in several places. The village has wells, borewells, and canals, but the water which comes is generally hard water. Another important problem is that the village does not currently use rainwater harvesting. This is important because the village receives around 450 to 550 millimeters of rainfall every year. The village also faces problems like subtle burning, fertilizer pollution, and low grain cover. Okay, so this is all about healthcare, wastewater, and energy environment. Now, talking about tourism and the government schemes implemented. So, talking about tourism, Madhipur also has some tourism opportunities. It is located near Shirdi, Shukleshwar Temple, and the Godavari Ghat. So, the village can develop religious tourism and agricultural tourism. For example, small homestays, local food places, and farm visits can give villagers an extra source of income. Several government schemes are also helping the village. Some of them are Swachh Bharat Mission, Jal Jeevan Mission, PM Kisan, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Maganarega, and Saubhagya. These schemes help in areas such as roads, water supply, electricity, employment, and farmer support. So this is about tourism and the government schemes which are being implemented. So now let us talk about the major problems and how can we solve through technology. So now let's come to the most important part of this case study. The first major problem is your water shortage. A possible solution is rainwater harvesting and farm ponds. IoT-based soil moisture sensors can also be used. These sensors can tell farmers how much moisture is present in the soil. This can help reduce unnecessary watering. And the second problem is poor drainage and waste management. An underground drainage system and proper waste separation can help solve these problems. Waste can also be used to produce biogas. That is another important use we can make of waste. The third problem is the lack of proper skill development facilities. Smart classrooms and digital libraries can help students learn better. The fourth problem is low farm income. Farmers can use soil health apps and eNAM to get better information about soil and markets. Solar powered cold storage can also help farmers store their crops for a longer time. Another problem is the limited electricity available for agricultural work, which is only 8 hours a day. For this, solar powered water pumps and solar microgrids can be useful. These solutions show how technology can help solve a real world problems in a village, and it can be helpful for the farmers as well as the people of the village. Now, let us talk about Vision 2035. So, talking about Vision 2035 and SDG mapping. The case study also gives a plan called Vision 2035. The main aim is to make Madhi Khurd a more developed and sustainable village. The plan includes better roads, better water supply, and more use of solar energy. IoT can be used to check water leakage and water flow. BharatNet can also be used to for better digital government services. Waste can be separated and used to produce biogas, so which is a very nature-friendly thing we can use. Agriculture can be improved by using drip irrigation, soil testing, and ENAM. The village can also use solar energy for electricity and irrigation. So all these steps can make the village cleaner, smarter, and more sustainable. So now let us talk about the development plan. The Vision 2035 plan is divided into three stages. The first stage is from 2026 to 2028. The main focus will be on water and sanitation. The second stage is from 2028 to 2031. It will focus on waste management, biogas, smart classroom, and better market connections for farmers. The third stage is from 2031 to 2035. It will focus on solar power. It will focus on solar power, solar irrigation pumps, cold storage, and agricultural tourism. This order is useful because water and sanitation are most urgent needs. Other developments can come after these basic needs are improved. Now we will talk about SDG and finally we will come to the conclusion. Finally, this development plan is connected with some sustainable development goals or SDGs. These include SDG 6, which is about clean water and sanitation, SDG 7, which is about affordable and clean energy, SDG 11, which is about sustainable cities and communities, and finally the SDG 12, which is about responsible consumption and production. So, while concluding, Madi Khurd have improved in many areas such as roads, electricity, internet, and education. But there are still some important problems like water shortage, drainage, waste management, low farm income, and lack of skill development facilities. Technology can help solve many of these problems. Simple solutions like rainwater harvesting, solar energy, smart irrigation, waste segregation, digital education, and better market connections, and these things can make a big difference. So, the main lesson from this case study is that development is not only about building roads and buildings, it is also about using technology in a smart and sustainable way to improve people's lives. So, thank you for listening to my case study. Here we come to an end. Thank you for watching this video.